Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to the season of Gluttony. This is the Gluttony Gobbling Escalation. This is the new DLC that got released today and it's available for everyone that's actually purchased the DLC itself. So I'm going to take you through all three levels and I'm going to show you Silent Assassin through all the three levels, completing all the objectives along the way. First level, we have to pick up the pig's succulent wish list and we've got a restricted loadout and disguise.
After so much sinful indulgence, I'm sure you must be famished. And I have just the right task for you. My piggy friend is a real gourmand, and it shows, so he can't really move around. It's the nature of the pig. Go find him. He will give you his wish list for an appetizer that he is preparing. Bring him what he wants, and he will reward you. Now go, 47. Fill the pig.
So with each level I'm going to show you the briefing, but I'm also then going to restart and then skip the opening briefing just to save some time. So to keep track of exactly what I'm doing, just make sure you are restarting and make sure to skip that opening cutscene, the opening briefing. So from the start we grab the wish list and then we grab the items that were on the table right there, select the fish wire and go ahead and garrote this guy and stick his body in the nearby crate. Once he's done that, he's going to drop a gun on the floor and a fish. I'm going to keep that fish because we need to pick up 2 fish in particular. And we need to pick up 4 grapevines. It says 2, but it's going to have an optional objective to have an additional 2. And I recommend going for it because it completes another challenge. So what we're going to do now is to basically head to the roof. And this is where the block guards are going to be. And we're going to go and take out some guards up here to get some grapevines. And it should be nice and easily done. It's actually not 4 grapevines, it's 3 on this level. My bad, forgot about that. So we're going to edge out along this ledge and then climb up the pipe. We're going this way to avoid the guards on the staircase. It's also a lot more easier to get around this way. So the guard you're after is the guy in the blue mask, the blue pig mask right there. So we're going to wait for him to come over to the left right here to smoke a cigarette. We're going to press our body against this ventilation system. And then we're going to subdue from around the corner just like that. Leave the body there. Select the grape knife and take out the guard. He will indeed drop a grapevine on the floor and a pistol. Next we're going to go inside the building. Just watch out for the camera though, which wait for the camera grid to pan all the way to the left before we cross the bridge to get into this lab area, because we need to get up that floor right there into that old office just above us. And he's going to carry another grapevine for us, so we're going to, like I said, we're going to complete the optional objectives to get all the challenges out of the way. We're also going to climb this ladder right here to get up to that second floor. Nice and simple. Run to the end and you're going to need to punch in the key code on for the door code. So the key code is 2552. Enter, you'll be able to get into the room. Just be careful of the researcher that's in the room. He's a little bit head turning, so just make sure to knock him out once you enter the room. Select your grape knife and then take out the guard. He's going to drop the grapevine on the floor, grab that, so you should have 2 now in your inventory. Now we're going to hide both bodies in the crate, or the locker, because I'm not sure if Hush from the main mission comes in here in this DLC. I don't know. I'm assuming he is, so it's always best to just hide the bodies, just in case. So now we've got those 2 taken care of, we need to go and get our 3rd and final grapevine, and that is going to be acquired by getting the guard on the staircase. The one I mentioned a little bit earlier on. So how to get him is we're going to knock out one of the guards. We need to wait for this camera to pan to the right first before we cross the bridge to avoid the camera. Yeah, we're going to pull out the fish that we acquired ourselves earlier. Throw the fish at this guard's head on the bottom of the stairs and then throw the grape knife at the guard with the pig mask. Retrieve the fish and retrieve the grapevine. You now have 1 fish, 3 grapevines. We need 1 more remaining fish, and to do that all you got to do is go all the way down these stairs, and at the bottom is going to be a fuse box, and we're going to use that fuse box to distract the NPC that's just downstairs. We're going to pull out the fish after we've turned off the fuse box. This guy is going to turn around, looking like he is there. We're going to knock him out with a fish, pull out the fish wire, and go ahead and take out the guard with the pig mask. He's going to drop a 2nd fish. So we now have 2 fish, 3 grapevines, and now we're ready to feed the pig. So what we've got to do now is go back to the restaurant and throw the fish and the grapevines into the trough. And once you've done that, you now can head to any exit you want to. 3 of them pop up for me, so I'm going to take the one down the road, which is the scooter. So I'm going to take the scooter exit. It's probably the fastest way to getting out of here. And yeah, nice, straightforward silent assassin. It does get a little bit more complicated in level 2 and 3, but we'll get to that, of course. But for level 1, that's how you get silent assassin. It's nice and straightforward, really. As long as you copy exactly what I've done, you should have no problems, really. So let's get the confirmation of that silent assassin rating here at the end. And we can move on to level 2. Also surprised to notice that I was actually number 1 in the world for for level 1 and level 2 and 3. I was mega triple surprised with that because it's quite rare that happens. But yeah, there we go. Silent assassin for level 1. Let's move on to level 2. And for level 2, we now have to feed the pig 2 meat bones, and we need to feed him with 2 fish as well. So the pig demands meat bones and pig demands fish. And again, no disguise changes are allowed. Restricted loadout.
And what an appetizer! But Piggy wants more. Piggy wants a main course. He wants surf and turf. Can you satisfy his unquenchable hunger? Now go!
So again, I showed you the briefing there, then I restarted to skip the opening cutscene so you can keep in track with me. So no time is wasted. We grabbed all the items from the table to our right as we spawned in. We now head outside and we're going to subdue this woman right here. That's to stop her from getting us caught a little bit later on. I'm going to punch in the code 0118 in the key code to get into the ICA facility. And we're going to come down here and get 4 meat bones. So that's what we've come down for. That's where we're going to get them. Come through this door right here into the server room. I'm going to take out the camera and use the camera on this vent. Pass through the vent and enter this area right here. Grab the newspaper that's on the middle table and knock out the guard on the left. Pull out the cleaver and take out the guard with the pig mask. He's going to drop a meat bone. Grab that. Leave the body there. They don't get spotted. Don't worry about it. Throw the meat cleaver at the other guard's head with the pig mask on and grab the meat bone. So you should have 2 now. Make sure you have your cleaver with you still, because you still need that for the final 2 guards. Now what we're going to do here is a bit of a tricky one. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. You're going to need to aim at this guard to the left. Make sure he's not looking at you as you're doing this, but throw the meaty bone at his head. That will knock him out right in front of the guard with the pig mask. Then what we're going to do is throw the cleaver at the guard with the pig mask on, and then you'll get your 3rd meaty bone. Now the reason why that worked is because he's a target. Even if his body he saw a body, it doesn't matter as long as you kill him before he goes and tells anybody. But I failed with the throw, as you noticed, but I still had time to run over there, grab the cleaver and cleaver him in the face and pick up the 3rd meaty bone from him. So yeah, that's what you got to do. Here's our 4th and final one for the meat bone, and we're just going to wait for him to turn around first before we cleaver him in the back of the head. There we go. So we're just going to bonk him in the head there and drop the 4th meaty bone that we need. Going to drag the body and just put it right here. And now we're going to help this way. Now you'll see 3 guards patrolling around this area, and if you are at the same point as I am, you'll notice 3 guards here with 3 white pig masks on. These are the 3 fish we're going to acquire. We're going to get them off all 3 of them. And what we need to do is to basically bump into the one around the back to slow him down a little bit. And that will give us a little bit of time to create the gap between the other 3 guards. That will give us time to garrot them one by one. If they're not in this exact location for you because you're a bit slow or you're a bit fast, then just make sure that you are timing your moments when you're garroting these guards one by one. There are other patrolling NPCs, just keep that in mind, that they could potentially get bodies found. So just be careful of that, of anyone being around before you garroting them. Make sure there's a place to hide and a place to throw them off the ledge, and no NPCs are around when you're doing it. But what I did there is just bumped into the guard at the back to slow them down. The other 2 guards walked off, and I garroted the guard, the 3rd one, and put him in the crate, grab the fish that he dropped, and there we go. These two, I'm going to wait for them to turn around like I've done here, and they've walked back. I've bumped into this second guy to slow him down. Now I'm going to go rot him. Put him in the crate. Now we have one more remaining. Grab the fish that he drops, so that's two. That we got 2 out of 3 what we need. Third one is going to be on this guard right here, of course. And again, we're going to take out the fishing line and go rot him. Simple as that. And what we've got to do is just dump his body over the ledge. Bada bing, bada boom. Third and final fish. Now we just got to get back to the restaurant and throw all this food in the trough. Or the pig. Got to feed the pig. Gonna jump off this ledge, jump down, pass through the kitchen. Just be careful of the chef that's in the kitchen at the time. But here is the pig. Just throw it all in here and then head to an exit. There we go. Just as quick and easy as that. But now we're going to head to an exit. Same exit we did in level 1, which is going to be the scooter exit. This is one of those maps there where there's never any real close exits to where you actually need when you complete the objectives. It's quite annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's how you complete Silent Assassin 4 level 2, completing all of the objectives. We'll just get a quick confirmation of the Silent Assassin. We'll move on to the final level of this escalation DLC. Exquisite main course. That's for completing all the objectives from level 2. Excellent. Now let's move on to level 3. Now level 3, we have to feed the pig 3 bananas. Actually, no, it's 4 bananas overall in this level. And we need to feed him 2 grapevines as well. So 2 grapevines, 4 bananas, and this is how you do it.
Piggy is pleased, and so am I. All we need now is dessert. Piggy has big plans, grapes and bananas. Tasty. Don't disappoint, 47. Now off you go.
So again, I just showed you the briefing there, and I restarted and skipped it just so I can get get as consistent as possible. Grabbed all the stuff that's on the table to our right. I'm going to take out the sedative gum that we picked up. Once we exit out here, we're just going to throw it in the corner over there. That will take care of that woman. I'm going to press our body against this container and then subdue this guard. Once we've subdued this guard, we're going to go around the back and go through this shortcut. And use our camera on this vent to get into the lab. And then pick up the screwdriver on the floor and then drop down. We're going to work our way around these ledges and eventually slide down the pipe and then climb up the elevator shaft. There we go. Grab the tier 1 dongle that's in front of you. I don't think we probably don't need it, right? No, we don't need it. But I'll grab that anyway. We're going to select our camera again. And we're going to use it on this door right here to get the access to tier 2 dongle. That's on the desk just right in front of us. So grab that. We're going to use the tier 2 dongle on this door. I'm going to head down these stairs right here, and we're going to use the camera on that little panel right there just to close off to make sure there's like a load of frost in the window, just so no one can see it. We're going to throw a screwdriver in this location, and we are going to take out our first guard. So here's the guard. We've marked up the guys with the yellow pig masks are the ones that drop the bananas. We need to take them all out with machetes. So we're going to do a subdue from around the corner, like that. So you just push the subdue button when they're close. Grab his pistol, and then throw the machete at his head. Retrieve the machete and retrieve the banana, and then hide the body just underneath the staircase, just right here. That's 1 banana, 3 bananas remain, and we need to head into this room over here Be careful of this guy, he has 360 vision as it appears. But we're going to make our way nice and slowly through the room. Use our camera on this vent. Work our way through the shaft. Drop down. And we're going to use the screwdriver on this vent. Now another target is right in front of us, but you need to be careful with this because there is a woman in the background who's just walked away. That's here in the distance. And if you time this wrong, then she will turn around and see this body. So you have to be quick and all time it right. So as I'm dragging this body away after I picked this banana, you look at her in the distance, see? So you have about a 4 to 5 second window there to take him out. I'm going to shoot that camera right there. I'm going to use the camera on this frosted glass that's in the room here just to stop the woman inside seeing out of it. Next, we are going to turn off this fuse box right here when the guard is close to us. So watch the minimap, you'll see the guard appearing to your left of your screen. There you go. And there we go, we're going to turn that off and then hide in the closet. I'm going to select our machete, prepared, and he's going to go investigate the fuse box, and once he turns it back on, that is when we're going to take him out with the machete.
Back online.
Once we've done that, he's going to drop the third banana and a pistol, and I'm going to hide his body in the closet. We're going to circle away around the room now and head into the middle vent that's in the room. We're going to use our screwdriver on it, and we're going to get to our fourth and final guard for the bananas. Head up the ladder, use your screwdriver on the vent in front of you, and there's going to be a guard in the room. Go ahead and take him out with a machete as well, and turn on the frosted glass just to make sure that no one would potentially see the body through the window. And then we're going to hide the body in the closet anyway, or the locker. Just make sure you retrieve that fourth and final banana. So there we go. All we've got to do now remaining is the 2 grapevines, so we've got to get out of here first. So we're just going to drop down here, retrace our steps a little bit, come through here, circle away around the room so we don't get spotted. You can go ahead and drop the machete now, you don't need it anymore, and it's hostile if you have that on your back anyway. So just go ahead and drop that out of your inventory. We're going to pass through this vent right here. Grab that screwdriver that's just on the floor, so you have 2 now. Activate this panel. That's going to pull the ladder down. There's going to be 2 guards at the top. They're going to be block guards. Or are they? Or are they street guards? I can't remember now. But yeah, either way, there's going to be 2 guards up here. You just need to be careful of them and watch out for their patrol. You can time it right easily by just waiting for that guard over there with the pig mask to move back to the left if you want to. Or you can time it like I've done and just brisk it for the biscuit. I'm going to pass through this gate right here and now head to the roof like we did for level 1. That's where the guards are going to be for the grapevine, and that's where we're heading. There's probably a more efficient way of doing it if you go through the block building, but I'm not going to do that. So I think this is just a tried and tested way of doing it. It's very easy and very redoable. So I'm just going to do it this way, even though it could potentially be a little bit longer. Either way, I still got number 1 in the world as the time of recording, but so I don't care. I think this is quite simple and straightforward. If we did it in level 1, it's exactly the same in level 3. And climb the pipe, head onto the roof. Now the guard with the blue pig mask is either going to be right in front of you, or he's going to be walking to the end of the building block right there. I'm going to subdue this guard around the corner, then take out the grape knife, and then take out the guard. He's going to drop a grapevine. I'm just going to drag his body here so no one sees him potentially through the window. But yeah, so now we need 1 more grapevine. We don't have a melee item to knock out the guard below the stairs, so we can't do what we did in level 1. So the alternative is to pull out your screwdriver and throw it over there in that location. Preferably a little bit more further to the left, so you've got a more of a better chance of achieving what I'm about to do. So I'm going to pull out the grape knife and throw it at the guard's head. I'm going to quickly also get down the stairs now and knock out this guard so he doesn't see the body. And there we go. All we've got to do now is retrieve that second grapevine, and that's all done. Now all that's left is to go back to the restaurant and feed all of the food to the in the trough. We've got to throw them all in the trough. And that's essentially it, really. It's just I'm not sure how I feel about this DLC. I don't think it's the best one. I didn't enjoy it really overall. But that's just my opinion. I think I'm pretty much just burnt out on all this DLC stuff. I'm burnt out on escalations in general, but that's just me really. I'm just gonna throw all this food in here, in this trough. Supposedly after you if you complete the first objective, it gives you a reward to help you with the second, but it's just not necessary, to be honest. The guide is big enough reward as it is. You don't need anything more than this guide right here. But once we've fed all the stuff to the pig, we're going to go to the exit, and we're going to get assassin rating for level 3, and that's completed all the objectives as well. There's only 2 challenges remaining, something to do with the muffin, something to do with the cowboy bust. I'm assuming you probably just got to throw them in the trough, find them, but it's busy work. I can't be bothered with challenges where it requires you to hunt around the map just for one small object, just like looking for a needle in a haystack. That's not fun to me. So therefore I'm not going to do it. It's obviously something really basic by just throwing that in the trough. But yeah, that's the reason why I've not covered it in this video. But yeah, there's the exquisite dessert, the Gluttony Gobble, completed. So in addition to completing this escalation, you will unlock that suit that we've been using to use across any map as well. You'll be able to unlock a sawed-off shotgun, and you unlock that gum, the bubble gum that we used earlier in level 2 as well. So there we go. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to let me know in your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on this escalation. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like as well. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams. Consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or clicking the link in the description. And a big shout out to Paul Lilly, Arjial, Bedri, Mark Davis, Constantine Mueller, Isaiah Blake, Tenega74 and Brain Fike for becoming top tier Psycho Assassin members for the month of August. I really do appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.